and welcome back to Books and Crannies,
a book lovers podcast.
Frick yeah! I'm Danielle.
I'm Sarah.
And we're back at it again.
Yeah, we are.
Rippity wrapping up Icebreaker by Hannah Grace.
Yeah, this episode we're covering chapters 33 through the end.
Yes.
So, buckle up.
Buckle the frick up. And we both just loved it a ton.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this episode's going to be... What? Episode is going to be really enthusiastic.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I mean, if...
Listen, it's going to be better than the first episode, because I do like it better than I was liking it in the first episode.
It's true, but I don't like it nearly as much as I did in the second episode.
No, same.
Come on. You let me down, Hannah.
Yeah.
Get it together, lady.
Gee.
It was fine.
It was fine.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
It was exactly fine.
Exactly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, yeah, dude, last time we left off...
Grab a snack
Oh,
and a
shoot!
drink.
And a favorite blankie.
And listen.
Listen in.
All right?
Just don't do anything else but sit and listen and stare at a wall.
No chores. No dishes.
No playing on your phone.
No playing with your babies.
And no
petting
watching
your animals.
Nothing. Just sit
Listen.
still. Don't pee.
No blinking.
We have a lot of demands today.
You are not even allowed to breathe.
No.
So
I hope you can hold your breath for like an hour or more.
You got this. I believe in you.
Godspeed.
All right.
Anyway, last time we left off after freaking Henry punched Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
And...
There was a big fight.
Yeah.
Anastasia ran in the house and got yelled at for coming in because Nathan told her to stay outside.
Yeah,
and then they go to sleep.
There was much drama, and Anastasia, Henry's like, he was talking smack about you, stagey. And she's like, what the heck was he saying?
But no one will tell her.
Fill me in, brother.
No
and
one.
Then Nate's like, Nathan is like...
You on nickname basis with Nathan now?
We're real close.
Yeah.
He promises he'll tell her in the morning.
Yeah.
And so it's the morning now.
It is.
And he summons Henry.
Summons.
He's like, get the heck in this room. Henry's eating some cereal.
Mm-hmm.
Anastasia's like, what in the toots did he say about me, brother?
I need to know.
I need to know. And
he was a real jerk, dude.
He sure was.
He's a mean man.
Aaron is a freaking weenie.
He is a freaking wiener.
Again, Wiener Town, USA.
Weentown.
Weentown.
Peentown, USA.
Is wherever Aaron's at.
It is him. He is his own state.
Town.
An
entire state. I mean, he could fill up an entire state with his wienerisms.
I thought you were just going to stop at wiener.
No, I doubt that.
We don't know, actually.
I don't even think
it's probably micro.
Mailbox. Most things wouldn't. I was trying to think of something small. And
I
that's
don't know that I
want
want one that would fill a mailbox.
That would be horrifying.
Ow.
Come on. Anyway, what does Henry tell her?
Lots of things, dude. There's a lot of things that Henry said.
Yeah.
And nope, Aaron. Henry said about Aaron.
Henry told her a lot of things that Aaron was saying.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said.
I was decoding for you.
That's what I said, though.
Okay, shit. Relax. Keep going.
Those
what
are
did
the
he say?
exact words that came out of my mouth.
Big lies.
Yeah.
Run it back. I'm talking to myself in the future.
I thought you were saying Aaron said big lies. He did.
We're already a mess.
I feel like this is just like our natural state at the beginning of episodes.
I know. We get all weird and giddy. We've been doing it for over 20 episodes. We should probably get our life together.
I mean,
we're never going to.
Why would anyone watch if we weren't like this?
Weird as hell?
Yeah.
Fair.
Anyways, Erin basically has been talking a bunch of smack.
Yeah.
About how she's a slut. I don't like that word, so she's a slut. And how she's only dating Nathan because he's rich or because he's going to be famous. And she's poor, so she needs a sugar daddy.
And she's going to trap him with a baby.
She's going to trap him with a baby.
Burr.
And how could anyone love her if even her own birth parents didn't love her?
Fuck her. And he's like, yeah, the ones who bought her, meaning her adoptive parents.
Yeah.
just got her to fill a trophy
room, yeah.
Ugh! God, I hate that guy.
As if they knew, we're going to make this tiny baby be an ice skating prodigy.
Yeah, and you can tell when they're infants. Believe me, my
Absolutely.
daughter, she's going to be a gymnast.
Yeah.
Whether she likes it or not. Just kidding.
No, she's going to be a little book addict.
For sure. She's already a book addict.
Yeah.
Yeah. It runs deep. But yeah, Henry tells her all this crap. And of course, Anastasia is hurt by it, but is doing pretty well.
Yeah.
With taking it.
She's like, well, screw him.
She's like, well, that sucks, but I'm not surprised necessarily. And once Henry leaves, though, she cries.
Yeah.
To Nathan.
And he just holds her.
And he's all sweet. Yeah. They snuggle. And then he starts telling her a bunch of stuff. He's like, I know that you're not using me. Mm-hmm. I know that you're here for the right reasons. You make me feel valued. You make me feel really special. You take care of me. I love you. You're smart. He doesn't say I love you yet. You're smart. You're resilient. You're talented. He goes on a whole freaking spiel.
He does.
And she's like, wow.
Yeah.
You just validated everything that was in my head.
Thanks. You said everything I needed to hear.
Buddy. You did. Answers every freaking question. And he's like, also, your parents love you, okay?
Yeah.
I know I don't know them yet, but, they love you.
Obviously they love you. They're your parents.
That may not be obvious for everybody, though.
It's true.
But her parents do. Come on. Come on.
It's true.
It's true.
You're right.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that.
But then Nate, goes to work out or something, and she's left with JJ and Lola. Mm-hmm. And they're just being buddies. I like JJ. He's cute. I think JJ they're cooking. Too. And she's all excited about how she doesn't really care about her calorie app anymore.
Yeah.
She's, growing past her weird relationship with food.
She is.
It's very
I'm
good.
proud of her. It's very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Good job, Anastasia.
Very good job.
A gold star for you.
5 of them.
No, not that many.
No. No.
But, yeah. Now they also, can call each other girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah.
I think they established
They've labeled themselves now.
Ooh, they're dating.
Ah, shit.
Exactly what Anastasia did not want in the beginning, but she can't stay away from that D.
Yeah. Or that jersey.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
She's a jersey chaser, remember?
Yeah.
But then they're going on Christmas vacation.
Yeah, it's freaking holiday time, y'all.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas time.
Christmas time in the
And they're going to go to Seattle to visit her parents.
Yeah, and she's all weird and peppy and bubbly in the morning. And Nathan's like, oh.
She's like, I hate traveling with Anastasia.
Shut up. There's lists, but also she's cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go to visit her parents.
They do. And it's good time.
It is good time. Her parents seem very sweet.
They do.
And
she right away sets a boundary because they ask her about skating. And she's like, actually, can we not talk about that?
Yeah, my therapist said it'd be good to not. And they're like, of course, honey. We just asked because we knew you loved it.
Yeah. They're so sweet and supportive.
And
they love Nathan.
They love him.
Oh, that's cute.
They love him immediately. Listen. And the dad's all like, I'm going to support you on your hockey games.
Yeah,
and I being really cute.
Yeah.
They're super sweet. I know, they're nice. They get him onesies.
Yeah.
Christmas onesies.
Yeah. He's got a reindeer and she's got a
something else. And Nate's like, I do not want to take this off.
Yeah.
I just want to be in my onesie.
My balls are so warm and cozy.
But they end up going out to dinner with her parents.
Yeah.
And she picks a place.
She does. And their server ends up being her ex.
Yeah, the one that she was partners with.
Yeah.
Figure skating partners with.
Yeah, that's fucking awkward.
Yeah, but he disappears pretty quick.
Yeah.
After she's like, this is my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Nathan.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna get someone else to be your server without saying anything.
Yeah.
He just disappears.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was a part at their dinner that kind of made me chuckle. Because the mom calls Anastasia Annie, and Nathan asks about it. And she's like, yeah, they call me Annie because I was an orphan. And her mom is like, no! Anastasia Rebecca Allen! We call you Annie because you couldn't spell Anastasia. And it's cute. Her mom's very cute and sweet. I like her.
I like her dad.
Yeah, I like them both.
Aww.
I want to meet them.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But I think another night she ends up cooking with her mom.
Okay.
And tells her mom what Aaron did.
Oh, yeah.
And her mom is like,
her mom's
pissed.
like, I'm gonna get him.
I hate that guy.
I hate
what
him.
a freaking jerk box.
Jerk box. That's the one.
Yeah. And at dinner, they share meals and stuff, and they're getting real close and meeting family. I guess that's big steps.
It is.
But it seems like a lovely time. And at the end of the dinner, while they're there, he's thinking about how much he loves her.
How much he loves her, yeah. And, like, when is the right time to tell her? Yeah. I had a quote, but I'm not going to be reading quotes anymore.
Anymore? We can do little bits.
I don't know if I want to anymore.
We can do little bits
Okay.
instead of half the book.
Yeah,
Tell it to me.
It might be long, though. I don't know. Let's see. Let's freaking see.
A little quote, a little bitty quote.
Yeah.
Or maybe a less little bitty, more long one.
Yeah, he's super in love with her. This is on page 312. I think it goes maybe into 313. But I'm gonna be short if I can. I could talk for hours about her beauty. Oh, gross. Describe every freckle, every faint line, every inch of her body. Anastasia is like the sun, warm and blindingly beautiful. But to be honest, it's not what makes her my person. I'm in love with her determination and her commitment, her soft side, the way she manages to tell me exactly how she's feeling and why, no matter how uncomfortable it might make her at first. She's taught me communicating doesn't mean everything is perfect. It doesn't mean we don't disagree. It means we work through the imperfect bit together, and if we don't agree, we at least know why the other feels that way, even if it's not going to change our minds. We're still individuals, but we're individuals together, and I never knew relationships could be like this. Above all else, she cares about me and my happiness. She makes me study. She encourages me to talk about my mom. I could lie here and list all the things she does that push me to be the version of myself I want to be. She's my best friend. Aww.
Cutie.
Cute. So he doesn't only love her for her ass.
Wow.
Ass that don't quit.
Yeah, but that's bonus, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally.
But yeah, he's fallen in deep. But so is she.
Yeah.
After they leave her parents.
They go to Colorado.
Y'all. Yeah. Hey.
Colorado.
That's our freaking state, bro.
They go to freaking... He's from Vail, so clearly they're rich.
Fancy. Well, they own a resort.
Yeah.
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 Come on. But they, on the way there, like Anastasia keeps saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And he's like, keep asking, and I'm going to punish you.
I'm going to spank
you. For every time you ask.
every time you ask. And she's like, are we there yet?
I'm going to say it again.
Do it.
And into this, like, travel situation, she also is like, wow, I'm in love with him.
Yeah.
Like, they both internally, like, man, I love this person, and I don't know when the best time to tell him, but I want to tell him, but I can't, but I'm scared, and I love him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Both of them go through the same freaking process of thought.
Kind of cute, I guess.
Yeesh.
But yeah, they're going to Colorado, and they're going to be alone. Like, Dad and his sister are... on their vacation.
Yeah, St. Bart's or whatever.
Yeah. So they're going to, like, spend the holidays alone and leave the day before they come back. Or so they think.
Yeah.
Spoiler!
Oh my god. Yeah. They're going to have this big-ass mansion to themselves. It's like an estate.
Must be nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Fuckers. But, yeah, and she just keeps annoying him. They get there.
Uh-huh.
And... Sorry, excuse me.
You're fine.
He's like, I'm so happy I'm here with you. Thank you for not letting me spend the holiday alone.
Yeah, and she has a moment. She's, like, looking around the house, and there's no Christmas decorations, and she's thinking about, like, if she hadn't come with him, he would have been alone. And she sobs about it.
I know.
Thinking about him being there alone
and
for the
being
holidays.
Sad. Yeah.
Because there's no Christmas decorations.
I know, there's nothing. It's just, like, sterile. She said, like, when they got there, he's like, you want a tour? And she starts running around like a little kid, running through all the rooms, like, come get me.
Yeah.
And there's no, like, family pictures on the wall. It's very sterile and fancy. And no Christmas.
No freaking Christmas.
And she cries about it.
Yeah. And she thinks about his sister and how there's no Christmas tree.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
like,
very
aw.
sweet. But, yeah.
Wholesome.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they, you know, of course, are banging a lot in this house. And she's all, like, shook that she can call him her boyfriend. And feels, like, fancy about that. And then I'm seeing the quote that you just read.
Okay.
And I know there's one about Anastasia at some point, but not yet. So anyway. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But they are just like getting comfy in the house.
Yeah.
In his giant ass bed, eating a bunch of food that Betty, the housekeeper who's been there forever, put in the house for them. And they bang.
Naturally.
Well, there's a whole moment where she's like...
I think is it after she cries about the Christmas?
Yeah. Oh, no, maybe, yeah. It's after. I don't know, this is a different one. I think they go, like, skate on the lake behind his house, and they're racing back, and she's like, if I win, I want you.
Yeah.
And I want you to touch yourself.
Oh, yeah.
That moment.
Yeah.
That's a lot and intense. Very saucy.
Yeah, they've got a friggin' lake out back that's frozen over, and they go skate on it. And she's like, I've never done this before.
Fun. And they, like, practice
never skated outside.
Yeah. And it's real chilly, obviously. But then they do banging stuff.
Oh, and when they first get there, the first bang they have, I feel like they're getting ready to, and she's like, are we there yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To really drive that one home.
Yeah.
That might be all the same instance, actually.
Maybe.
But yeah, and then the urge to tell each other they love each other just keeps growing.
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Did you find the quote?
I think so.
Did
you have one?
No. I was just wondering because this is like the right moment in my notes for there to be a quote.
It's on page 319. It says, I have the overwhelming urge to tell him I love him every time he looks at me, and I don't know how to make it stop. I'm scared it's going to come out by accident, and that somehow I'll burst this bubble we're happily floating around in. I'm sure every new relationship starts with you thinking your partner is perfect, but mine is. He's attentive and affectionate. He makes me feel valued, and he strives to make me happy. Not in a materialistic or a frivolous way, but in a way where he actively works beside me, hand in hand to try to make my life better. I don't imagine there are many men, college men at that look at the ugliest parts of you and want you anyway. The irony is, if I were to say this to him, he'd tell me I didn't have ugly bits. But I do, and I feel like they've been on display for weeks, constantly thrown in my face as a way to bring me down. But being here with Nathan, miles away from everyone, I feel like I can finally breathe, knowing I'm not going to be blindsided. Part of me wishes we didn't have to go back. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Cute.
I know, they're just in this, like, happy honeymoon phase bubble in this freaking mansion. And she wants to tell him. Yeah. And he wants to tell her.
So just someone freaking say it.
Yeah. And I guess now is when they go outside to skate. I lied to you, so.
Oh, interesting.
So.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter. And they start talking a little bit about Nathan's dad and like why he hates him. And he mentions that he had an affair on his mom.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
when
that.
she was, like, dying.
Yeah. And he was, like, gone all the time.
Yeah.
And he would only come back to, like, take care of her and then leave again.
Right.
And, yeah, the whole time he was fucking someone else.
Uh-huh.
Rude.
I know. So that was a strike against him.
Yeah.
But he also, like, Robbie got injured at the resort skiing.
Yeah.
Like, that's how he ended up in a wheelchair. And the dad, like, tried to, or didn't take any accountability for it.
Yeah,
like,
even though they have insurance for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was a whole, like, legal battle and shit. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I think he, like, felt bad eventually, but he's just kind of still a wiener.
Yeah, because he bought the house that they all live in and, like, paid to renovate the garage to make it wheelchair accessible for Robbie to live in.
Yeah, he did a couple things here and there, I guess. But
you could have done something when he got injured, dude.
I know.
Rude.
I know.
Medical bills are no freaking joke.
Rude. Yeah. It's not good.
No.
But then Nathan, like, goes to run an errand or something.
He's going to buy a Christmas present for Anastasia.
A Christmas present.
He's buying her a freaking iPad.
An iPad to do therapy on.
Yeah.
And as, like, a digital planner.
A digital planner.
Cutie patoot.
I know.
Cutie patoot.
Yeah.
But while he's gone.
Come
on.
Anastasia decides to go out on the lake by herself.
And skate around.
And
she's having fun skating.
She sees a deer.
Close to the forest.
She skates towards it.
And then as she's skating, she gets a call
from Nathan. He's
home.
like, "Where you at, babe?
I can't find you, honey boo boo."
And she's like, "Oh, I'm just at the edge of the woods." And he's like, "Oh no, you gotta get out of there. It's not safe."
Really scary.
And then it cuts off as she falls in the water.
Fell in the freaking water. Thin ice. It's not good.
Bad news bears.
And
bad
so
news deers.
No.
It just kept going.
That's good. That deer lured her to her demise.
Bad omen.
Do you think he was evil deer?
Yeah.
He probably had fangs.
He's like, "Come get me."
I choked on my snort. But yeah, she falls in the dang ice.
Yeah.
And she's panicked, obviously. And Nathan
then we like jump to Nathan's perspective and just forget everything that's happening. It goes to like earlier.
Yeah.
He's going to the mall to buy her an iPad.
Yeah.
We talked about that already, but
doing that
I just wanted to let everyone know that we got left on a freaking cliffhanger.
We did.
And that's rude.
In the middle of the book. What the heck? But yeah, he buys the iPad, gets home.
Yeah.
And his reaction to, her phone call suddenly cutting short is he panics. Yeah. He knows what happens. And he gets his shoes on and runs.
He runs.
He gets a freaking life preserver.
Yeah.
And sprints until he finds the hole in the ice.
And he throws the freaking thing, hoping she'll be able to get it.
Grab it. And he tries to reach down and grab for her. He knows that if he gets in the water, then he might also become hypothermic and in shock.
And you can't get too close to the edge of the broken ice. So it's gonna
break more.
You're gonna fall and die.
It's real not good.
It's real bad news.
Yeah, but she does end up grabbing the rope.
Yeah, he
pulls
her
out.
He hoists her out of the water.
He carries her, runs back to the house.
Throws her in the shower.
Yeah, slowly
warms her up. And she's screaming, I imagine.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, dude.
That's like an irrational fear. I probably will never do
Drowning?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, falling through ice.
I know.
One, I'm never going to step on ice because I know that that's silly. Unless, maybe it's probably fine.
No, listen.
I don't trust it.
Remember earlier how I said I will never put myself in a situation where I would drown?
Yeah.
I would not go step on a frozen lake.
No.
I just wouldn't.
No.
Unless
not trying
it's
to fall through.
In the fucking Arctic where it's literally always frozen and there's no chance that it's not frozen enough.
Yeah.
No.
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Hefty no thanks.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
But he takes care of her, he warms her up, and then he takes her to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because you need medical attention after that. She was drowning.
Yeah.
And
they spend freaking Christmas in the hospital.
Yeah.
Christmas.
But she stays there.
Happy freaking Chrysler.
He stares. But he also stays.
He does.
With her the whole time.
Yeah, he pays him extra to give him a bed in her hospital room.
Yeah. And it's very cute and sweet.
Yeah.
She's okay.
She's fine.
She makes it out alright.
Yeah.
And
she's itching to go home. She's like, "Get me the fuck out of here.
I don't want to be in a freaking
fine.
hospital. I don't want to do it." And yeah. So they eventually go home. He they get cleared.
Hang on.
What?
Hang on a second.
What?
Is this yet?
What?
Yeah, while they're in the shower, she tells him that she loves him.
Oh yeah, when he's
she's
taking care of her.
When I fell through the ice, the first thing I thought about was how I was gonna die and you weren't gonna know that I loved you.
Yeah.
Aww. That made me go,
oh.
Ow.
I know.
That's cute.
I know. She was worried that she'd never get the opportunity.
Yeah.
And he says he loves her too.
Obviously.
They finally get to say it. Anastasia did it first because she almost died.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a motivator, I guess.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So now they can exchange I love yous freely. Come on.
And they sure do.
They do it all the time.
It's annoying.
I love you. I love you. I love you. Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah. But then they go home.
They do.
And they exchange presents.
Mm-hmm. And it's like New Year's Eve or something, right?
It's like the day before they're supposed to be leaving.
Yeah, so I think it's maybe New Year's Eve. Because I think I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's really not important.
Yeah.
It's past Christmas.
It is. And they're exchanging their gifts. And she got a jersey with his name on it as a gift for him. But that she's going to wear.
Yeah. And she gave it to him on her body.
Uh-huh.
With no underwear.
Obviously. And
listen, what is it with this girl wearing short dresses? And I understand in this moment they're not in public, but
with no undies?
Everywhere she goes, she's not wearing any undies and short, scandalous dresses.
Lady.
But listen, you're like sitting on other dudes' laps.
I
Like
know.
she sat on JJ's lap in a skirt with no panties on.
No panties.
I really hate the word panties.
We're back at that. Yeah, I know.
No undies on?
Scandal.
Ew. I don't want your cooter juices on my knee.
Cooter juices. Yikes.
On your knee.
No thanks.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I don't want to, but I could.
Ew.
Ew. Hopefully you're not juicing everywhere, lady. Everything you sit on, come on.
I mean, she looks at Nathan and immediately gets wet, so.
It's true, she probably is. They're always with each other.
She's always juicy.
Ugh, stop. I hate it a lot.
Listen, really inappropriate question.
Yeah.
If you're... you have to cut this out because it's icky. In this situation, looking at your boyfriend makes you wet.
Yeah.
You're always looking at your boyfriend.
You're just constantly
Does
wet.
your cooter get pruny?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be okay because it's just kind of moist down there all the time.
It's true.
You know, it's built for that shit.
It's true.
But maybe if you look at him enough. The surrounding area.
Pruny labias.
Yeah. Ugh. Sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. They open their gifts.
They do.
They have a good time of it. She loves the iPad. She's not like pissed that he bought her.
No, she's so happy.
Yeah.
She's like, that's so sweet. Thank you so much.
Cutie patoot.
He wanted to make sure I can always do my therapy.
Yeah.
How sweet.
What a sweetie. And she got him the jersey and something else that I don't remember or care about. But
Same.
the jersey's like, oh, well, now I need you right now, lady. And she's like, I got some ideas.
Yeah, she takes him into the kitchen.
Lay on that island for
Ties him up
Honey
on
Boo
the
Boo.
island.
And gets, like, some stuff out of the fridge.
Sunday supplies.
Whipped
cream. Hot fudge.
Strawberry, maybe.
Strawberries.
I don't know. Some stuff for that.
And they start getting kinky.
They start getting kinky. She's, like, putting whipped cream on his belly. And whatever. And then all of a sudden,
there's some shuffling.
and the door opens. The alarm for the door goes off, so he knows. And his sister's home.
Friggin' Sasha.
Sasha's like, hey.
Where you at, Nathan?
What's up, guys? I'm
They're
here.
like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Clothes.
Puts them on, but she knows exactly what was happening.
Well,
as soon as
yeah.
she walks in the kitchen. It's obvious.
She sees all the Sunday supplies, and she's like, ew, I eat in here.
Yeah, I cook here, you bitches.
You grossos.
Sick. Grossos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grossos.
And so they, of course, run upstairs real quick to get dressed.
Naturally.
And they're worried that the dad's going to be there when they come back down and that Anastasia's going to have to meet him right then and there. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I'm embarrassed. Your sister caught us, like, about to bang.
Yeah.
And she keeps the jersey on to, like, make a statement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's like, when was the last time your dad came to one of your games?
He's like, he doesn't.
I don't know why I turned into being
one of your games. Yeah, and but when they come back down, the dad's not there.
Yeah, and Sasha's like, he wants us to meet him at lunch.
Yeah.
We're going to lunch, suckers.
Yeah, but Sasha and Anastasia become like fast friends.
Yeah.
They seem to get along real easy, and Nathan is excited about that fact.
They're like bonding over teasing Nathan.
Yeah, he is their... Yep.
Punching bag?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But like in a teasy kind of way?
Yeah, in a teasy nice way.
They're not just beating him up.
No, they're not actually beating him.
They're powing him with insults.
Powing.
Pow, pow.
Pow, pow.
Pow, pow, pow.
It needs to stop. Maybe one day.
I choked on my snort too. Snort
I've
sisters.
Snort sisters. How sweet.
Oh my god.
Anyway, they freaking go to lunch.
They go to lunch.
And Ian Hawkins is a wiener too.
He's like a wiener, but also kind of not. Like, I feel like he's kind of nice to Anastasia.
He likes her.
He likes her.
He, like, asks questions and seems interested.
And their server is one of friggin' Nathan's exes. And she kind of gives Anastasia the cold shoulder, and Ian tells her off.
I know. He's like, she is a part of this family now, and a guest. You will respect her. I was like, what?
I was
part
like,
of the family?
yeah.
That was fast, buddy. Relax.
But also, good for you.
But also good looking out. What the hell just happened?
I'm confused.
I don't know. But at one point during their lunch, it seems to be going well, and the dad, or Sasha, wants to, like, get a chicken burger. Mm-hmm. And Dad's like, no, you'll be having salad. And Anastasia speaks up. She's like, she can eat the freaking burger if she wants to, bro.
Who cares if she wants a burger?
Relax.
She's like, I'm gonna get a burger too. And she, in her dialogue, she's like, I actually was gonna get a salad.
I don't want a burger, but I guess I'm eating one. And Nathan's like, yeah, we'll have 3 burgers, please. Mm-hmm. And the dad's kind of taken aback. He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow. But it seems to go well otherwise.
Yeah, I feel like it, like, blows over pretty quickly. He's like, all right, I guess.
Yeah, whatever, shit. I feel like Nathan says something to carry the conversation on, but she stood up to the dad.
Yeah.
She said, no, you're not. She's like worried about Sasha and knows from personal experience, like, the eating disorder situation.
Yeah.
And being pressured about food.
She's, like, actively going through that right now, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, she's healing from it, but.
I know. And she doesn't want to see the same for her. But yeah. But then they go back and they're hanging out in freaking Nate's bedroom. Mm-hmm. And there's a big New Year's Eve party that night. Mm-hmm. And he's like, we really don't gotta go. We're not gonna do that.
Wasn't Ian like, your presence will be expected?
Yeah. And he's like, it's not happening. It's pretentious and I hate it.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. And she's like, your girlfriend will probably spit in my drink.
Yeah.
And then he's like, relax. And she's like, I'm joking. I don't actually care about your past.
Yeah. As you shouldn't.
Yeah. But they talk about how he is just so relaxed with her there. Mm-hmm. And, like, he's never felt that relaxed at his house before.
Yeah, I feel like she, like, apologizes for something, for, like, making it tense and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
For saying something to the dad or something. And he's like, actually, no. I'm more comfortable with you here than I would have been if you weren't.
Yeah.
So.
And someone needs to do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she asks about his mom a little bit. And he's like, she was the best ever. She was the greatest. Yeah. And I miss her. Like, I think you'll never have to worry about me acting like him. Like, I'll never treat you that way. And she's like, well, I know that. I promise that I won't doubt you for even a second.
Yeah.
And then they're making out. And banging, you know?
Naturally.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Nathan leaves to go talk to his dad before they leave.
Yeah, she's doing the Tetris of the friggin' packing cubes. And he's like, I don't want any part of that shit because she's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they, like, Dad has a little bit of a heart-to-heart with him.
Yeah.
Tells him that he likes Anastasia because she reminds him of Nathan's mom.
Yeah, that she's
strong-willed. Like, strong-willed. Ain't afraid to take no crap.
Ain't afraid to take no crap.
I'm not afraid to give me all that crap.
Yeah, he likes her, and he, like, shares this weird, intimate, or, like, vulnerable side of himself with Nathan. And Nathan's like, great, if mom was so wonderful, why'd you cheat on her?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, everyone makes mistakes, and that's like, you know, I'm still living with it. Yeah. And at the end of that interaction, Nathan thinks, like, no one can loathe him more than he loathes himself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then they're headed back to L.A. They're on the way back.
Yeah.
And she's reading on the flight. And it's, like, a little smutty. He's like, are you reading porn on the flight?
Yeah.
And
she's like, her all loud. And she's like, stop it.
Shut up. But yes, kind of.
And he says something like, when we get back, we can act some stuff out if you want. And she's like, this one isn't even that great, but I have some at home.
I have some options. You can look through them.
Yeah.
Like, good for you. You know? Good for you. Also, good for you for reading Anastasia.
Yeah, way to go. We love a good reading girl. Reading girly.
Ugh. Yeah.
Maybe we could be TikTok besties.
Anastasia, where you at, girl?
Oh, God.
Find us at Books Crannies podcast. But
Stop it.
But anyway, they get home, and everyone is, like, frantic and excited to see Anastasia.
Yeah.
Like, she gets Lola and Henry surrounding her.
Yeah.
And Henry's like...
You've had her all...
Yeah.
3 weeks or whatever, however long they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can share.
And Lola's like, I have stuff. And Henry's like, well, I have stuff too. And they're like, dude, he's like, no, but I could.
Yeah. Henry's such a sweet little chicken.
I know. He's a sweet baby.
He was so worried about her.
The whole time after she drowned almost.
Yeah.
He was like, you drowned.
He's like, I could have lost you.
Yeah.
Like, Henry.
I know. He's like, I've never had like this with someone, assuming a nice friendship.
Yeah.
And she's like, I love you, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah.
I missed you too. Henry's a sweetie pie.
I love Henry.
He's a sweetie. But after Anastasia catches up with Lola and Henry, she's like, let's go upstairs. I'm tired.
Yeah, can we go to bed?
Come on, let's go.
Let's go snooze.
Yeah. And so they go up and start cuddling.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells him that she is going to move out again soon.
Yeah. She's like, listen, next year you're going to be gone. I don't want to live here.
Yeah. It's no shade, but to the guys, and I really appreciate that all of you have been so welcoming, but I gotta, stand on my 2 feet, have my own thing. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, shoot, you don't have to do that to baby.
Baby, I love you.
Don't do it. Stay with me. Let's play house forever. And then she goes on to tell him that Aaron's back on the ice.
Yeah,
and
so
that,
he can be too.
Yeah, and that she plans on, talking to Aaron and rekindling their professional relationship. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I know how to handle myself. And he's like, but you have a big heart. He's gonna, manipulate you. Manipulate.
Don't be manipulated.
And she's like, relax, dude. And they have a fight about it. You know? She's like, he is worried that rekindling the relationship with Aaron is gonna, take her away from him.
Yeah.
She's going to not be able to see him.
Yeah, she's going to be too busy practicing. Yeah. Doing all these things.
And too busy with him manipulating her. And he's going to, pull her away from him. And she's like, that's not going to happen, bro. I can handle this. I love you.
I'm a big lady.
And he's like, yeah, I don't know about all that, okay? I don't want him to break your big heart more than he already has. I don't trust him. Come on.
I don't either. I don't blame Nathan in this situation, honestly.
The worst.
But also, she's a big girl and she can take care of herself and she can make her own decisions.
And she keeps trying to tell him that. And I can say, for all of this, they keep arguing for a while. And Anastasia's a really good communicator. Yeah. And, patient with him. And knows that he's not nearly as, emotionally intelligent. And, it takes him a minute to figure out what he's trying to say. But
and she knows that he's only, arguing with her because he cares about her.
Yeah. He's worried about her.
He's worried about her.
Yeah. But after the next morning, Nate leaves early and, goes to get her flowers because he knows he was kind of a wiener.
Yeah, because he was a ween.
I know. And
Peentown, USA.
Peentown. He's joining the town.
Population 2.
And he's getting her flowers with JJ there. And JJ's like, nobody ever buys me flowers.
JJ, I love JJ.
I know.
I wish I had a boyfriend that bought me flowers.
Yeah. And so Nate buys some flowers, which is very cute.
I know. I'm like, oh.
I know.
Sweeties.
And then they go to see the coach, Coach Faulkner. And he is like, cheer up about getting back on the ice, big man. If it's about the girl,
he's like, oh, she's my girlfriend. Stop.
Yeah. He's like, okay, great. But, just, come on. Get it together. Use protection also.
For both of your sakes.
Come on.
Wrap
it up. But Anastasia's, kind of relieved when she wakes up alone because she needed a breath after their argument.
Yeah.
And so she, talks to Henry a little bit.
Talks to Henry.
He's, still upset that she almost drowned.
Yeah.
And she's like, relax, buddy.
He tells her, I can't stop obsessing over it. You nearly died. I don't know how to make it stop.
I know. He's like, I looked at the statistics. And she's like, girl, relax.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm here. Do you need a hug?
She's like, I love you. And there isn't one single thing that I hate about you. And he's like, I know you do, and that's why I worry about it. I've never had what we have before. I don't want to lose it.
Oh.
Cute.
Henry.
Yeah. He's the cutest.
Yeah.
But then she goes to freaking meet with Aaron and Brady, the coach. And Aaron, God.
Yeah.
Hate him.
A wiener.
Yeah, basically, he's like, I did all that stuff because you weren't there for me.
He's so fucking manipulative.
Yeah.
The first things he says when she comes in is, "Thank you for taking time. I know I don't deserve your time."
I know. It's gaslighting central.
Yeah.
I know I'm not worthy of you, and you weren't there for me as a friend, and that's the reason
That's why
I was
I've been a dick.
bag.
It's your fault I was mean.
Yeah, yeah. And she tells the coach, like, what Aaron had said about her. And the coach is like, what in the heck? Like, please tell me you didn't.
And he's like, no, I did it.
I know.
I did.
I did it, but you haven't been around. I needed you.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you about it, even though he never, like, made an attempt to try to ask her for help.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's just, like, fucking blowing smoke up their asses.
Yeah.
And then he says that there's a therapist that he wants them to meet with as a couple.
A couples therapist.
Yeah. He's like, for, you know, like teammates.
Not romantic couples.
Partners.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Icky.
And she's like, ugh. I mean, okay. I'll think about it, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
And he's like, but this is how we're going to get back on track, and it's all going to be swell. And she's like, yeah, okay, with all of that in mind, whatever, you still hurt me. You hurt the people I love. I don't freaking trust you.
And his response, ugh, you loved me once, too.
Uh-huh. And I love you as a friend, obviously.
Obviously.
Ugh. Gross.
I hate him so much.
I know. And she's like, listen, I think instead of therapy, we should just practice. Like, this is a professional partnership. Yeah. I'm not really interested in anything else. I don't think I want to be your friend anymore.
Yeah.
And he's like, if I could take it back, I would. I'm not freaking perfect, whatever. And, yeah, he just, the whole time, man, he's gaslighting like crazy. Mm-hmm. And I hate it. He's so annoying. He's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But he, of course, won't admit any of his own part in this, minus, like, I did it because I was hurt by you.
Yeah, and then she, after this, goes home.
Yeah.
And talks to Nate.
Yeah, he gives her the flowers.
He gives her flowers, and she's like, thanks, but I need a minute away from you, buddy. I'm gonna go get drunk.
Yeah.
With Lola.
Goes and gets wasty pants.
Yeah, like blackout.
Yeah.
Wasty.
Big blackout
Girl,
wasty.
Settle down.
I know. Wakes up in bed with Lola and Robbie.
Yeah, she's like,
I'm gonna die. She like texts Nate. She's like, I'm dying. And he's like, yeah, you're pretty drunk. She's like, can you please come get me?
I can't move or I'm gonna vomit.
Yeah. And he comes, scoops her up, and like takes her downstairs to give her painkillers.
Yeah, she tells him she has thought motion sickness.
Yeah. And also, like, I can taste sound. I'm very delicate.
Can you carry me really softly?
It's a cute text exchange.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets her some meds and takes her up to bed, brings her food, tucks her in, and she just passes out.
Well, she pukes.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of puke. Yeah. And she ate a bunch of McDonald's last night, so I'm sure it's really lovely.
Yeah.
But yeah, she goes to sleep after all that. And when she wakes up...
You're a work of art, bub. Truly, you are. Absolutely 10 out of 10 sex god, but watching you move that quickly is making me want to hurl. You need to stop moving because you're giving me motion sickness.
Yeah. Just carrying me is making me want to throw up. And
No, not even carrying her. She's just laying in bed watching him move around.
10 out of 10 sex god. I like that she calls him Bub. I think it's a cute name.
It's cute.
It's cute, I guess. But yeah, last night they had a bunch of drinks. Russ picked him up because he was sober. He tells her like the scoop. And she, when she wakes up after napping for a while, she apologizes to Nathan. Yeah. He's like, you did that last night. All is fine. It's okay.
She apparently, while she was drunk, was calling him Muffin in front of everyone.
Russ.
And she's like, oh no, poor Muffin. He's gonna get so much shit from the dudes.
Poor Russ. But then, they chat a little bit, and she tells him about freaking Aaron's idea to go to couples therapy. And he's like, I really don't like it. Like, he's up to something. He's up to no good.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I know you don't like it, but it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna happen.
It is. And then she's like, dude, you gotta get off me. I'm gonna puke again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then they're getting back to their normal schedule.
Yeah,
Nathan's back in
into
hockey. Anastasia's practicing for competition.
Yeah, they don't see each other nearly as much.
Mm-hmm.
The therapy has been really draining, but
yeah,
Anastasia's like, that's normal when you start therapy. Like, it just is what it is. And he's like, still don't freaking like it. And then,
Nathan's got a really, really bad feeling about Aaron. And Henry does too. Henry doesn't like it either.
Yeah, but JJ and Robbie are both like, you need to get a grip. Like, I know you feel something is off, but get it together for Anastasia.
But they've got a game coming up.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and Anastasia goes to the game.
Yeah, and her dad texts Nathan good luck.
I know.
I'm like, oh. And he tells him that he's like going to a bar. He found a bar that's going to play the game, and he's going to watch it.
He's going to watch it. And while Anastasia is at the game, she's all getting hyped. And her dad's like texting her play-by-plays, and it's very cute.
Yeah.
And she's wearing her jersey that she got.
And afterwards, she's like, I love hockey!
Yeah, that was amazing! She's all stoked about it. And
I didn't even understand what was going on most of the time, but you won!
Yeah, she had a good time watching him play. And they won, and they're going to go out to celebrate. But then, of course, Nate is, like, trying to talk to her. Be serious.
She's also drunk. She got drunk while watching him, and he's trying to be serious.
Yeah, and he's like, how was therapy? And she's like, listen, I really don't want to talk about that right now. Like, I just want to
celebrate with you. Because they won their game.
But he keeps pushing. And she's like, okay, freaking the therapist said it might be a good idea for me to move back in with Aaron and Lola because, you know, more exposure to each other. Like, what did we like to do together outside of skating? And, before, like, get back to that. Find some middle ground.
Yep.
And he's obviously upset about that. He's, like, jealous and bitter and angry. And he says stupid shit. The way he talks to her isn't great. He's like...
the doctor that he picked and he's paying for thinks you should move back together to the apartment. There's a fucking surprise. I can't believe you're falling for it.
Yeah.
He's kind of a dick.
He is being kind of a dick. And she's like, you obviously don't understand. Like, this isn't like hockey, man. There aren't other people to fill in the space of him leaving, and we've been practicing together forever. Like, it'd be really hard to start over with another partner. Like, it's a whole thing. And if I want to pursue my career in freaking figure skating and get to the Olympics, like, it's something I gotta go for.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can handle myself. Come on.
Yeah.
And she is communicating really well. And she's like, I have just made the choice to try to fix things professionally. It is what it is. And he's like, that's freaking bullshit. You always have choices. And they keep fighting about it.
They do. And she says, basically, she's trying really hard to be patient with him. Because, again, she knows that he's just worried about her and he cares about her well-being. But she says to him, like, if you can't talk to me with the same respect that I talk to you, then just don't talk to me at all.
Yeah.
And he's like, God damn it. Okay, I'm sorry.
I know. Like, she keeps throwing smart points in his face, and he feels bad in the middle of the fight that it's happening.
Yeah.
But he, in all of this then, as they're fighting about them moving back in together, he's like, he's gonna let you eat. And she's like, bro, come on. I'm tired of having this conversation. She's like, he says the respect thing that you mentioned. And she's like, there's no way that Aaron is, like, capable of undermining how much I love you. Like, it's not going to get in the way of us if that's what you're afraid of. Like,
yeah, and she says, basically, like, I have the most important competition of my life in the next week, and I can't be preoccupied with protecting your feelings, so you need to get the fuck over it, because I love you, and nothing is going to change that.
Yeah. Basically. I'm like, yes, girl, snaps. For setting boundaries and communicating really well. Yeah. I love that.
And even after this argument, she's like, okay, can we go friggin' celebrate now? Like, I still want to spend time with you.
Yeah. You just need to
settle down.
Get it through your thick head, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But then they are... we flash to Anastasia and Lola. They're, like, hanging out, fixing a dress for her. She's in a play. Lola is in a play.
Yeah.
And they're chatting about men. How they're, like, pain in the ass, basically.
Yeah.
And she starts, like, reflecting about Nathan and how he's just a protector and a fixer. Like, he's always taking care of other people, and that's what's really driving him in all this. And she knows that to be true. And knows that he can't, like, quite place the emotions he's feeling.
Yeah.
And she's like, he protects Russ. He protected, like, his whole team. He's always protecting me. And it's, you know, he doesn't know how to process what's going on right now. And to him and the rest of the guys, Aaron is a villain, but, like, he's also something that's important for my future. And
yeah.
Whatever. He's very emotionally immature and misguided, she thinks about Aaron.
Facts. Although, I don't know about misguided. I feel like he's just a dick.
Yeah, he's intentional in the crap he's doing.
Yeah.
And I think she's getting to a point now where she's like, I've spent all of this time, like, defending him, but I'm not putting much stock into it. The relationship with him is means to an end. Like, it's going to help me professionally, and that's about it.
That's about it, yeah.
That's about all it needs to be. Jeez.
And she notices now that they're, like, living back together, Aaron watches everything she does, like, watches everything she's eating, and...
Yeah, but doesn't say anything
And then every time she, like, looks at him, she's like, he's looking at his own plate. Maybe it's all just in my head, but no, it's not.
No.
Girl, he's definitely watching.
He's the worst. He is the worst. But she is, like, checking in with Nate, like, showing him pictures of her food to keep him at bay, because she knows he's probably worried as shit. Yeah. And, like, that's a lot of balancing men's emotions. Everybody relax. But then she tells Lola she does not want to live there next year. She's like, this is not where I want to be. I don't want to be at the hockey house, but I also don't want to be here. Like, I just want something for us. And I can't afford a fancy place. But I want it to be...
So I understand if you want to stay here. But I don't want to.
And Lola's like, no, we're moving.
She's like, what?
We're doing it together.
Yeah. She wants to have a fresh start, too.
Yeah.
And then we jump to practice. With Anastasia and Aaron.
Yeah.
And they're practicing their throwing.
I love this.
I do, too. And every time Aaron catches her, he grunts.
Yep.
And she's like, buddy, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah, what's up with you? And she's like, are you struggling to lift me? Is that what the noises are about? Do you need to work out more? And I was like, yes, bitch!
Yeah, and she says, like, I see you in the morning lifting, benching, whatever they do. I don't know. More than double my weight.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm not the problem.
That's not the issue here. And he's like, I just need to adjust your fucking attitude. Is what he tells her. And she's like, you're such a dick. He says, I can't practice you when you're like, with you when you're like this. I'm going home. We've got to perfect this and you're wasting my time. He's such an annoying person. And she's like, all right, well, see ya. And just leaves.
Bye.
God, he's the worst. But I really like that she, like, stood up to him.
Yeah.
And said he was being the asshole in the situation instead of being like, oh, something's wrong with me.
Yeah. I love do you need to work out more?
I know.
To adjust to my 5 pounds of muscle that I gained?
Come on. You freaking asswipe. I hate him.
Yeah.
And Nathan did it with no problem. And
so
he's not even a figure skater. You freaking Wiener Town. But then it flashes... Beantown. Sorry.
Gee.
We'll put it on the map somewhere.
Get it right.
But then it flashes to Nathan, and he's, like, after a workout, laying on the couch. And all of a sudden, all the guys come and bombard him with a freaking intervention.
Yeah, because he's all depressed.
And he's, like, stewing over this situation, and they give him some really good advice. They're like, okay, dude, I know that you're worried about her. We all love her, but she's a big girl. Like, she can take care of herself, and your ego is getting in the way of allowing her to, like, do that. And he's like, it's not my fucking ego. He's like, oh, it sure is, Henry says. You think he's going to manipulate her into figuring him, and then she won't need you anymore. You like being needed by her. It makes you feel important. You know Aaron hates you, and you think he's going to keep her away from you. Which just shows you don't know how strong she is or truly how much she loves you. And they're all like, so get it together.
Yeah, and, who is it? Let's see. I don't know. Someone tells him, listen... You've got a trust fund and a family business to fall back on, and she doesn't have any of that. Like, this figure skating is her future, so you need to man the fuck up, get over it, quit being a crybaby.
Yeah.
Because she's just protecting her future.
Right. She's just being ambitious and trying to reach her goals. And it has nothing to do with the love for Aaron.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking something she needs to be successful right now.
Means to an end.
But she loves you.
Yeah.
Relax.
So quit it.
Quit it. And he's like, ah, shit.
Quit
they
sulking.
right. They right. I know they is. But then they're going out on a date.
Yeah.
Nathan and Anastasia.
Yeah. They're going to a restaurant.
They go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
And they're, of course, like, you look real good. And Anastasia can tell that there's something up with him. Like, he really wants to apologize to her and have a talk about all the shit that the guys just unloaded on his ass and made him realize. And he says, I have a quote for you if you want it, $3.91.
Okay.
He's like, to Anastasia, he says he owes her an apology, and then he goes on to say, you're the most important thing in my life. I'm not sure if you know that or not, but you are, and I've been selfish. I've put you in a difficult situation, making you feel like you need to choose between us or something. You don't, and I want you to know I support your goals. She nods. Ha la la. I am listening now. I promise you I am. I hear you, and I get that I need to let you get on with it and handle Aaron the way you see fit.
Damn straight.
Hell yeah. And then she gives him smooch on the knuckles, and he feels all relieved, and she's like, nobody's replacing you, bubs. Every minute I spend skating with him, I miss you on the ice. I wish we could skate together.
Yeah, how much I wish you'd taken up figure skating and not hockey.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, but they make up. But she has a competition the next day.
Yeah, and she's nervy.
Yeah, and when she gets home, she's all jittery and nervous. And she, like, takes a bath and tries to get herself to calm down.
Yeah, Nathan can't come to the competition because he's got 2 games. So.
But, yeah.
He's gonna surprise her.
Yeah.
We don't know that yet.
Not yet.
Jeez, settle down.
Come on, settle it, Sarah. But she gets home, and she told him he has to go home to his house because, you know, no distractions before competition night.
Yeah.
But then she can't calm down, and all she wants is him.
Yeah, and so she texts him. Or no, she calls him. Or something. I don't know. She does
like,
something.
puts on his t-shirt, and it doesn't smell like him anymore.
Yeah.
And she calls him, and she goes, the clothes I stole from you don't smell like you anymore. And he's like, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
She's like, no, it's really bad. I need you. Can you come
terrible.
back?
Baby, please
Will you come spend the
over.
night?
And he's like, of course.
I need you.
Can you stay here tonight? And
Aww.
And so he does. He comes back.
He does.
Just you. That's all I need. And they, of course, bang.
Yeah.
He gets there and they're sweet and stuff, but then they bang. You know?
Naturally.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang is the word.
Bang is the word.
And Aaron is, I assume, in the apartment while they're banging. And as we know, Anastasia's loud. So.
Yeah. I'm sure he knows exactly what's happening.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. But then she sleeps all soundly.
Yeah.
And
the only bad thing about having the best night's sleep of your life is eventually you have to wake up.
that was Nathan.
That was.
Yeah.
True, though. I was just saying.
True. I hate waking up from a good sleep.
Me too.
Waking up in general is hard.
Yep.
But, yeah, then they wake up in the morning, and he's cute and stuff. And she's like, can you do it for me? Will you go skate? And he's like, listen, I don't think I can make that happen. I could bribe him, but... But then she has all this anxiety the morning of the competition. And she's like, all right, getting all stressed. And he's got to go to a game. So he wishes her good luck and heads out.
He's like, sorry, I can't be there, babe.
Love you, boo-boo.
I love you.
I love you. Good luck. I love you. And, yeah, he gets home and gets ready for his competition.
Yep.
And she's on her way to hers. And they
text naturally.
about it, of course. They're just being cute, normally.
Yeah.
She's like, will you still love me if I fall on my face and disgrace myself in front of the American figure skating elite?
Yeah,
like,
probably.
Yeah, probably.
And she's like, I hate you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's encourages.
He encourages
her. He's like, you're not going to do that. You're going to do great. I love you.
Yeah. But then he goes off and plays his game and wins to the other school that actually destroyed their rink.
Yeah.
And
talks to the captain of the team.
Yeah. And
on his way. He's rushing. Okay. They win the game. And he's going to rush to go see her competition.
Yeah.
But on his way out, he gets stopped by the coach of the other team, the UCLA team.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. He's like, you played real good, brother.
Yeah.
And he mentions that he's on his way to go see Anastasia compete.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, do you mean Anastasia and Aaron? He's like, yeah, man. That's who.
Yeah.
And he basically tells this captain that, like, Aaron's the reason he was off the ice for so long because he, like, pretended to be injured by him. And the captain tells him that, no, Aaron got injured when we were playing football. Like, a bunch of us saw it happen.
We were all there. We were drinking, and he got tackled and landed on his arm.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, we had no idea that you were benched because of him, or we would have said something.
Yeah.
Because they're all buddy-buddy.
Idiots. I mean, not them, but idiot Aaron.
Yeah.
We all knew he was up to nonsense.
He freaking lied.
Lying.
He framed Nathan.
He did. Rude. Rude as fuck.
Yeah.
But
so
Nathan's
Nathan's
like,
pissed.
I gotta go.
He's fuming on his
pissed.
drive. He's like, I'm gonna beat that motherfucker.
He drives in silence for half of it, and he's like, oh, wait.
Oh, God. Radio.
I'm just really angry.
Yeah.
But then he gets there and, like, gets, in the stands.
Yeah.
Sits down right before their performance.
Yeah. And he's heated, and he's like, no, you know what? I need to chill out, because she's got to perform. I can't dump this all on her before they go out on the ice. It can wait. Mm-hmm. So he goes in the stands.
And watches.
And
they do perfectly.
They do a great job.
They do really good.
And at the end, Aaron fucking kisses Anastasia.
Fucking kisses her.
Right on the lippies.
Yeah. And she's like trying to pull away, but he won't let her.
Yeah.
He is forcing himself on her.
Yeah.
Come on.
S.A.
Well, yeah. What a freaking... Ugh. God, I hate that guy.
Knowing that it's being televised and that Nathan is probably watching.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a power play.
Oh, for sure.
But so disgusting.
Yeah.
And, of course, once it's done, Anastasia is pissed. And she's
big mad. She's like, I quit.
She's like,
I'm
I'm
not
done.
doing this
I'm
anymore.
done. Starts storming away as soon as they get off the ice. And Brady, like, catches up with her. And Aaron's like, I don't see what the big deal is. It's just for show.
Yeah.
And she's like...
It's just to get people talking about us.
Yeah. And she just keeps telling him that we're done. And Brady's like, can we talk about this after we see where you guys placed? Because if they did well enough, they have to do it again tomorrow. Like, compete again tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I can't fucking believe you. Like, you forced yourself on me. And he's like, I don't understand what I've done. And they convince her to go sit and
get
watch
their
where
scores.
they placed. And so she has to sit there all pissed. Oh, Nathan
comes
up.
first.
Yeah.
Nathan comes and punches Aaron right in the face.
He sure does.
He sees Anastasia crying and he's like, I know what's going on here. Mm-hmm. Pow, pow.
Pow, pow, boom, bang. Gives them a nice sucker punch.
Yeah. So while they're sitting getting their scores, Aaron's got a freaking nice back.
He's got
on
a
his
black
face.
eye. Anastasia's been crying.
She's got puffy
They're messy
eyes. Yeah.
after such a great performance.
Everyone's probably like, God, what happened to these two?
I know. And of course they get first. They get first in their performance. And she's like...
You know what? I kind of hate the coach for being like, I know you're upset, but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
She just is worried about fucking, getting the fame of having trained them and stuff.
Makes me mad.
It's not good. She's not supportive at all. We'll talk about it later. And Aaron's like, we'll talk about it with the therapist. And they're both just trying to convince her. And she's like, no, I'm going solo. Mm-hmm. And she's like, if our scores put us through, please tell them that I withdraw.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go find my boyfriend. Goodbye, you motherfucker. She drops his ass.
Yeah. Well, and he says mean shit.
Uh-huh.
She's like, I'm not quitting. I'm just not skating with Aaron ever again. And he says, you'll never get another partner. And even if you do, you'll never be ready in the next 2 years. Are you whoa.
I like the laugh.
Are you really planning to make your Olympic debut at 27? Oh my God. Be realistic. Jesus. Just accept my apology. We'll talk about it with whoever next week. The therapist.
Yeah.
Dr. Rebeska. Mm-hmm. We need to get our head in the game for tomorrow.
Yep. And then she's like, nope, I'm going solo.
I'm
Bye,
going
bitch.
solo. I guess I was backtracking a little bit.
That's okay.
Sorry. I just wanted to read the mean things he said.
He was being really mean. But she brushes him off. She's like, I've done nothing but trust you, bud. You manipulate me, slut shame me, tell me I'm not good enough to be your partner. Well, I hear you. Like, I'm done. Mm-hmm. Winning is absolutely worthless when it comes with the cost of having to hate myself when I'm with you. Ugh. And she runs to Nathan.
Yeah.
And he immediately, helps her get her shit.
Ugh. Aaron says some other stuff that I just want to talk about real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do this to me, Anastasia. After everything I've done for you, for fuck's sake, stop being such a stubborn bitch. You're not even good enough to compete alone. Oh my god, oh my fucking god, you're ruining my life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, he's such a wiener!
He's the worst! He's blaming all of this on her as if he isn't the fucking problem.
Yeah.
The entire time.
After everything I've done for you, what the fuck have you done for her,
except
buddy?
for make her feel like shit.
Ugh.
Constantly. He's the worst.
I'm getting mad.
And talk smack. God, I hate him.
Yeah.
I'm glad she dropped his ass.
Mm-hmm.
God. But
Me
she
too.
But she finds Nathan and leaves.
They do.
And
They
on
leave.
the drive home back to Maple Hills, her phone's off, or like she's not answering it, and her dad calls Nathan.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, she's okay.
She's sleeping because she really doesn't want to talk to her parents right now. She's big mad.
Yeah.
Big sad.
And
she thinks they're going to be disappointed in her.
Mm-hmm. She's like, she wasn't happy. He tells them she wasn't happy with the kiss, and he doesn't think that they'll be partners anymore. And then he tells the dad that he punched Aaron, and dad's like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Deserved.
He's like trying to, he starts
like, nice.
trying to defend himself, and his dad's like, yeah, he probably deserved it.
Yeah. And then he's like, also tell her if we need to fly out there, we will. Even
We
though
wanna
they
be
hate
there for
flying.
her.
Yeah. Cuties.
Aww.
But she falls asleep on the way home, and when they stop at her apartment, they go inside, and all the hockey players are packing up their shit. And Lola's like, we're leaving.
We're not doing this anymore.
Mm-hmm. They're going to the hockey house until they can find a place of their own.
Mm-hmm.
Cuties!
I know.
Hockey people pack them up.
I know.
Come on.
I want a group of hot men to come do things for me.
Yeah, that'd be great. Come on. So they're moving
that are
back.
also like nice and genuinely
and care about
sweet.
you. Yeah. But then they flash ahead like 3 months.
3 months.
And
Nathan's meeting with
a guy.
Skinner.
Yeah, I think he's the dean or something.
Sure.
He's meeting with him, and he's nervous and doesn't know what it's about.
He's like, God, what did I do now?
Yeah, but he gets there, and Skinner's like, well, this young lady came and told me that the whole thing with Aaron was a lie.
Yeah.
And it wasn't your fault at all. You shouldn't have taken the blame for it. That was dumb, but also your record's clear.
Yeah.
And it was
And
Anastasia.
he's like,
yeah.
was her name perhaps Anastasia? Was she perhaps a skater girl?
Yeah. Which is cute. Of course she would do that.
Of course.
And then
the coach also told him, like, once you're done with your meeting with Skinner, you gotta come talk to me.
Come talk to me.
Yeah.
And so he does.
Yeah.
And he asks him who he thinks should replace him as captain when he leaves.
Ooh.
Henry.
Oh,
Cuties. He's like, he's the best player once I leave. And
he's going to be a junior next year, which means they'll have the same coach for 2 whole years.
Captain.
Yeah.
Two. Yeah. And he would, like, keep shit together, you know? Keep him without all the ruckus.
Yeah, he's like, you know, Henry's grown a lot this year. He's strong, independent, woman.
Whoa, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so that's what he tells him. And he says that Robbie and him already talked about it, and they agree. But when they get back, or when he gets back, freaking JJ and Anastasia are cooking up a bunch of food for all the hockey guys.
Oh, also,
Huh.
you might have said this, and if you did, I'm really sorry. Aaron has transferred to UCLA, so he's not going to be there next year. Did you say it? Okay.
But
So,
yeah.
Nathan's like, cool, I don't have to worry about him fucking with my girl next year when I'm gone.
how wonderful.
Yay!
Yay, cheery things working out. But yeah, JJ and Anastasia are cooking for all the guys.
Yeah.
They have a meal. And this makes me laugh. While they're cooking, Nathan goes in to try to help.
Mm-hmm.
And JJ says, get out of our kitchen, Hawkins. This is culinary excellence happening here, and you're getting in the way with your unseasoned vibes. And Anastasia mouths unseasoned vibes at him, and they chuckle about it. I just really liked that. It made me chuckle.
I liked that a lot, too.
It was good. And they sit down and have dinner. And all the boys love her because of the food.
Yeah.
And
Nathan tells her that she's his favorite, and she said, even if I had crab hands.
Even if you had crab hands, Anastasia. That was a weird, creepy harmony.
I was
running like a twin ghost girl down the hallway. Ooh.
Yikes.
Spooky. But then we flash a couple years
later.
2 and a bit.
2 and a bit years later.
And your girl, Anastasia's
She
preggo. Preggo! But she's already won a gold medal.
Yeah, and Nathan's won a Stanley Cup.
And they
Good
got
for
a
them.
dog.
They
a
got
golden
a dog.
retriever.
They agreed to get a dog before a competition, like if she won a competition. But then her pre-competition nerves made her puke up her birth control, and she got pregnant.
Got pregger.
And then they still had to get a dog because they already said they were going to get
Yeah,
dogs. So now they have a baby and a dog.
Golden retriever and a baby on the way.
Yeah.
And they are in love.
Ew.
And moving on with their lives.
Yeah.
And they're going to get a house. I don't know.
Great.
They got stuff going on. There's
Yeah.
parents. Yay.
Woo. Yep.
And that's how it ends.
Yep.
Is they have a baby coming.
It's coming. Do you really want to read the rest of this series?
No. I mean, no. Kind of, no.
Listen, I have the next book, and I wonder who it's about.
Is it a different set of characters?
I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like they, set up... the author set up... you learn a lot about, background characters that don't really matter, and so I wonder if...
Their branch off situations. Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe it's about Henry. If it's about Henry, will you read it with me?
Sure. I'll read
What
them
about
if you're
JJ?
going to read them. Sure.
Okay.
I'll read them if you're going to read them. I don't care. It's not something that I'm going to flock towards excitedly. I'm not going to try and go out of my way to get them, but if you want to read them with me, I'll read it with you.
Okay, cool.
What did you rate it, Sarah?
Well, I gave it 2.5 stars.
Okay.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was exactly fine.
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm listening.
What did you rate it?
I gave it 3, but that felt like a stretch.
Okay.
So maybe 2.5 also.
All right.
Yeah.
I liked it enough to not DNF it.
I liked it enough.
There were aspects of it that I liked, okay? Last episode, I was real into it.
Yeah.
I liked the, healthy relationship they were building and the not morally gray main male character for once.
Yeah.
But I got bored with it really, really quickly.
Yeah. I like that it wasn't falling in love out of toxicity. Mm-hmm. I think Nathan is a great stand-up guy. Swell. Yeah. But I felt like the conflict of it all was just kind of annoying.
Yeah, and I feel like...
And simple.
Very, very simple. We had all these theories about what Aaron was up to, and it was just actually, he kissed her and lied about his injury. Obviously, we knew that.
Yeah, the ending didn't tie it enough together for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they fell in love. Cool. We spent a lot of time on that, which it is romance, to be fair. Yeah. But, I don't know, the writing was simple. I wasn't chasing after more. I was just ready to be done with it. Same. And the ending didn't give me enough. Yeah. No. I wanted it to be more drama. Yeah. And, I don't know. It's fine.
Listen, I kind of want to read a book that doesn't have a fucking happily ever after. Yeah. Give me some real drama.
Give me some real drama. You guys can still be in love at the end of it, but maybe Aaron, threw her and her whole career was destroyed.
Yeah, broke her back or something.
I don't know. It was a fast read. It's
or maybe she falls in love with Henry. If she had ended up with Henry at the end of this, I might have given it 5 stars.
Sarah does stan. She is a Henry Anastasia stan. Yeah.
Henry.
Anastasia.
Anastasia.
Yeah, it was fine. It was a fast read. It's one that you could read in a day probably, and it's relatively cheery. It's easy content. Yeah. It wasn't for me. And neither. I think this particular genre just is not for me. Especially sports romance. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of spice in it, but I didn't really care.
Yeah, I feel like for me to really enjoy the spice, I have to be emotionally attached to the characters, and I was not at all. No. Now, if it was Henry... Just kidding.
Gonna die on that hill. Yeah, it was okay.
It was fine. And I'm with you. I think it's just not my cup of tea.
It's not my thing. Yeah. But it was okay.
It was what I expected it to be.
For sure. I wasn't disappointed by it knowing what it was going in.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed in the ending. The Aaron situation could have been better.
I know. They built him up to be this grandiose,
horrible,
wiener,
terrible Peentown, USA.
Peentown, USA, and he continued to be, but I feel like there could have been more.
Yeah. And it could have been more than just like, oh, he
was a
lied
wiener.
about how he got hurt, like,
and kissed her against her will. That is pretty fucked up.
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
It was fine. Whatever. Yeah.
2.5 stars.
Yeah, I agree.
I would not recommend.
No, probably not. Unless you really like romance.
If you are into sports romance, then this is probably the book for you.
Yeah, if you were into sports romance.
Like more fantastical.
Same. We are big romantic girlies, and that jades us probably. But if you want a sports romance with an easy read, likable characters, this is probably for you.
Yeah.
But not for me.
No.
So, what did y'all rate it?
Yeah, you gotta let us know.
Yeah, please. And I know people might be angry, because I know a lot of people like this book. That's okay. But next week!
I'm not shitting on other people's opinions.
No, not at all.
If you like it, I'm so happy for you.
I'm happy for you.
I wanted to like it.
Me too.
I want to like every book I read.
Yeah.
I just didn't like this one.
Me neither.
So get over it.
Relax.
Be nice.
Sarah's definitely not the one who needs to relax. Just kidding.
I'm joking. Who needs to calm the fuck down for you, Danielle?
Aaron.
There's no other answer.
No.
Oh.
Brady. The coach could calm the fuck down. Brady. She could have stood up more for Anastasia at the end.
Yeah.
Come on.
Nathan's dad, maybe?
Yeah, he was alright.
Anyways, next week,
we're changing gears again.
Another hard switch.
Big hard switch.
We're going to be reading, we're starting The Huntress by Kate Quinn.
Yeah.
We'll be reading chapters 1 through 20.
We sure will. Historical fiction.
Yeah.
We're very excited to switch up gears. It sounds very interesting. It's
does.
Giving real world witches, World War II Nazi vibes.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Yeah, we got this book recommended to us on TikTok. So if you want to leave us recommendations, you got to go give us a follow over there.
Yeah, you can find us.
We ask for them.
We do, and we ask for votes on like genre and recs for books that we do here. So if you like the podcast and you want to say in what we talk about, go find us on TikTok.
Yeah,
you can find us on YouTube, TikTok, and Insta at Books and Crannies Podcast.
Yes, and any major podcast platform.
Yes. And please drop ratings, drop comments, engage with us. We really love talking with you guys.
Yes.
We're most active on TikTok, but we'll talk to you probably anywhere.
We'll talk to you anywhere.
Yeah. And, well, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, happy reading.
Happy reading.
Oh, okay, bye. Bye.